All right, number 2 for version 4. This one you could have done a couple of or a number of ways, a couple different ways. So Isaac makes china mugs with names painted on them. He charges a fixed fee for the mug, together with a fixed charge for each letter in the name. Penelope buys a mug for each of her children, Alexander and Lucia. She pays $12.60 for Alex's and $9.40 for Lucia's. So how much would Penelope have to pay for her own name? So basically what you would need to do, there's a couple of different ways of approaching this. You would need to figure out how much the mug is. You also need to figure out how much each letter is. Now there's a couple of different ways of doing that. I set up, personally when I was doing this on my own, I set up a system of equations. So I know that there's some fixed fee, which would be X. And I counted that there's 9 letters in Alexander's name, so 9 times whatever the fee for a single letter is, and that's going to be equal to what she paid for Alex, which was $12.60, and then the same is going to be true of fixed fee plus plus 5 letters for Lucia times the number, or times the price of 1 letter, and all of that together is going to be $9.40. So you can multiply by -1. I'm going to use elimination here. Usually I do elimination with these types of problems whenever I'm setting up a system of equation in this class. It seems like I'm always using elimination. So we have -x minus 5y equals -9.40. And then it's just a matter of solving. So we have 4y equals 3.20. Y equals, you would divide by 4, and that's going to be 0.80. So each letter is 0.80, otherwise known as 80 cents. So once you have the 80 cents, we can plug back in, figure out what the fixed fee is. So we can do x plus 9 times 0.80 equals 1260. X plus 9 times 0.8 is 7.2 equals 1260. Subtract from both sides, so 7.2 minus 7.2 over here, 12.60 minus 7.2. X is going to be equal to 5.40. Call that dollars. So the fixed fee is $5.40. Each letter is 80 cents. Penelope has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters in her name. So you can do 540 plus 8 times the 80 cents, which is 540, plus 8 times 80 is 640. Yeah. And so altogether that's going to be 1180. Right? That's all you need. Now, if you worked back this way and you saw, okay, this is 80 cents, and then you thought, well, Alex was 9 letters and it cost $12.60. Each letter is 80 cents. So the only difference between Alexander and Penelope is that 1 letter. So since each letter is 80 cents, you could have just subtracted the 80 cents from what she paid for Alex. So $12.60 minus 80, which is basically, I guess we didn't necessarily do that. But yeah, the $12.60 minus the 80 cents is also going to give you $11.80. So you could have approached that from a number of different angles.